Welcome back to the Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl Show. It's time to hang out with Rob, Mike, and Dunia. Whatever you don't want to say, they will with no chaser. Take a shot and let's have a drink. Is hashtag squad goals still a thing? Because they are. Let's go.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl, CTG. Thanks for joining us again. We are back with episode 224.
Yes.
Okay. I always say that with a question inflection because I forget where we're at, but proud of where we're at also.
Because you have a day job.
We
all do.
Yeah. This is my favorite job, though. Anyways, we are doing an episode of The Bowl. If you've never watched before, we come up with these random questions on our own separately and put them in the same font, cut them up, throw them in a bowl, and we grab them. It could be our own questions, somebody else's, we don't know, and we're not supposed to tell. So you guys play with us. Whoever asks,
Register
answer for yourself. Yeah. Before we get into it, how was your week, Tequila?
My week was a lot better
than
last week.
Okay. No, I was just making sure. That could be a lot better than
Last week.
This week last year.
I had a rough week last week.
I'm glad it was better. I'm a little tangled up in my microphone here. No more elaboration?
No.
Okay. How was your week, Cognac?
My week was understandably devastating as far as losing something that we built and can't do anything about it because they made their decision on the right decision. Because I had the opportunity, I would have jumped on it too. So can't complain. I mean, it is what it is. How was your week?
Understandably annoying. Because that was annoying. Anyways, I had a week. Worked preparing for my family vacation. I do have something really funny I want to tell my week story really quick. So, Harper, who's leaving us for the summer, she was over the other day, and I was getting her ready to go home, put her jammies on, and we were watching a documentary about octopuses, octopusi, however you say it, and they were talking about the ocean depleting, and she goes, "Oh, that's not good," and I said, "No, it's not good, Harper."
Rising.
And I said, first of all, it's my story, first of all. Anyways, and I said, "Why is that not good?" And she goes, I go, "What do we need the ocean for?" And she said, "Oxygen." And I went, "Oh my God, good job, Harper." I said, "That's one of many things. I'm really proud of you." And then, awesome. And then Cognac in the background goes, "Well, if it's rising, if the water's coming up, that means we'll have more oxygen." And I just turned around and said, "I'm really tired, and I'm not having a conversation with a flat earther," and continued about my business. So I finished getting her ready, and I tell her to put her dolls up so she can get ready to go home. I sit next to Cognac, and he wants to talk about the ocean and oxygen with me. Mind you guys, I'm a science nerd. I'm a biology major. And I just was not having it. I didn't want to talk about it. And so he said, "Why don't you want to talk about it? Because you think I'm dumb?" And Harper stopped dead in her tracks and said, "Uncle, you can't be serious. If you're dumb, why would Auntie marry you?" She goes, "That doesn't make sense. Because why would she marry you? If you were dumb, then everybody would think she was dumb." And I stopped and I damn near gave her a standing ovation. And she just looked at him. He had nothing to say. And she goes, "Auntie doesn't even like dumb friends. why would she marry somebody dumb? And then she just kept on about her business. It was the funniest thing ever. And Cognac said, well, she got that from me. I go, that's never come out of my mouth, especially in her face, and it's never not that way come out of my mouth. She's just fucking smart for a 6-year-old, and she knows her auntie don't like dumb motherfuckers. Highlight of my week, y'all. Highlight. Yeah. So,
That's funny.
crack me up.
She put it in her chest.
Yeah, she
like
said
she
that.
stopped and she said, "Uncle."
Like it was
Like
getting
that.
on her nerves.
Yeah. So that's how she said it. She said, "Why?" Oh, like that.
And dumb, no. Annoying, yes.
I just like to debate.
Yeah, okay. Well,
conversation.
some people don't want to debate all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when it's not factual. Anywho, can we get into our segment, the first one? Please.
What the fuck with the girl?
All right, my what the fuck goes out to Houston Waterworks, cityofhouston.org. Whatever, whoever the LLC is. So, I'm going to make this short. I had a really, really high water bill. And didn't make sense. Nothing changed. It's been raining here. If you've been here, you know, haven't had to fill up a pool or anything. Water bill was crazy high, like $300 higher than normal. So I pay it and I debate it. There's like an option you can debate it, but you have to pay it in the meantime, between time, or they'll cut your shit off. So I had to send in the debate thing and pay the bill. Get another bill, about $200 higher than normal. I'm like, all right, whatever. I gotta pay it because, you know, that's how they do. It's water and electricity. You need it. Go pay it, and it's like a $2 bill online. So now I'm nervous because I don't, you know, it could be a glitch, you know, or something. So I get on to chat with the rep for them, and they're telling me basically, oh, that was an adjustment credit. And I'm like, okay, well, so it was an error. And she tells me, no, it wasn't an error, it was a courtesy. And I went, what? What do you mean? What do you mean a courtesy? And she goes, well, no, your bill was high this month and then this month too. And they did that as a courtesy. And I go, I've never heard of such a thing. I'm summarizing this, but I have the transcripts. I go, I've never heard of such a thing. I just don't want to pay $2 and then get water turned off, and it's $264 is what you said. No, there will be no penalty. The bill is $2.02. So my what the fuck is, what the fuck? Like, so I've never heard of I don't know if anybody else listening has heard of somebody giving you a bill for, I'll say $400, and then you go, I don't like that bill, because you look into it and they're like, okay, just give me $100. Never heard of such thing. So instead of just saying, my bad, it was an error, that effed up, and I did at the end tell her, I think that when the summertime hits, you guys just assume people are going to use more of these utilities and see what sits. But okay, thank you for the courtesy. I just signed off and paid my $2.02 bill. I went from almost $800 in bills to $300.
Thank you
for the courtesy. But what the fuck?
What the fuck with the girl?
I could piggyback off that.
There's no piggyback.
Huh? No.
Next segment.
Joking with Cognac.
Okay.
Bills. Anyways, so why did the soccer player take too long to eat his lunch?
Because he was kicking it.
Yeah, he didn't realize he could use his hands.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Was it? Okay.
Hey man, I seen a girl on YouTube. She's impressive.
We don't know.
She cooks with her feet.
Okay, everybody check his search engine or search history.
No, I'm saying she has no arms and she be making possible.
We're resilient people.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab first because I get told I have to go first all the time.
Yeah.
All right. What was the first book you read that changed your mind? First book I read that changed my mind. Every book's changed my mind. I think books are so important, and you learn something from all of them, fictional or non-fictional. The Bible. That's one. That's the youngest one you read usually if you come from a spiritual household. The Bible. All right, your turn.
Shocked you didn't pick the Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, that's your bitch ass friend. Change this. Never read that.
Favorite show at the moment? Favorite show at the moment? I'm gonna say it's over though. The Gemstones was funny.
Righteous Gemstones.
Righteous.
That shit is hilarious. It's dumb humor, but hilarious.
Yeah. She even liked it.
Brilliantly written. Yeah, I don't usually like stupid humor. So.
How are you feeling today? Right now, I'm on empty stomach and medication and sipping tequila. That's how I feel.
Oh,
You know,
Did your stomach have to be empty? Or was that a choice? Personal choice?
that's just how I feel.
No. Okay. And I felt like asking that question. All right. Brag to me about the best things going on in the past 30 days. In the past 30 days? I got a $2 water bill. Harper told me she would love me forever. I'm the best auntie in the whole wide world. I've come to a happiness to go on vacation. Took me a while to get there. Spending time with people I love. That's about it. Ooh, brag. Humble brag. I got some cute outfits.
Brag,
For
bitch.
vacation.
Brag, bitch. Come on.
All right, your turn.
What's your favorite tattoo you have? The devil's burn on me, I guess. Oh.
That one should have went with somebody else.
Right.
Best show you've seen recently? The best show I've seen recently is probably the show Forever. Everybody's raving about. Other than the NBA Finals, but they not that hot right now. But semifinals, whatever.
Go Pacers.
That show was good, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
They
Cognac finally watched.
They left a cliffhanger to cliffhanger.
Yeah. We'll see. Next season.
That show sees all the people. It's funny, but
You know.
it's Tyler Perry. First show on Netflix. It's just kind of fun. What a comedian, Mojo Brooks is funny.
I fucking love him. Unhand me.
And the mom That's funny.
I like all his baby daddy skits, like previous baby, like going to visit his baby mama. Remember, that's the one. Cognac doesn't remember. He doesn't know names. Where they went to get massages together, and he got mad that his girl was making too much noise, so he switched places.
Yeah.
The girl, and it was like, oh, but wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey there, Houston entrepreneurs and small business owners. Are you starting a business or already running one, but drowning in paperwork, taxes, or bookkeeping headaches? You're not alone, and we've got some help for you. A friend of ours has launched a full-service business support solution right
Full service.
right here in Houston, called Samcom. From forming your LLC or corporation to handling your franchise tax filings, sales tax reports, bookkeeping, and even your annual income tax returns, Samcom covers it all, so you can focus on growing your business. What's new in 2025? BOI reporting, a new federal requirement that most businesses aren't even aware of. Mess it up and you could face a $10,000 fine or more. Don't worry, Samcom has you covered. Whether you're a startup, a side hustler, or scaling fast, let them take the stress off your plate. Email to info@samconus.com. That's info@samconus.com, or call 713-534-2175 to get started. That's 713-534-2175 to get started. Don't miss out. Your business deserves better, and let them get you sorted today. My question is, what do you think about these tariffs? I think I'm tired of working up price increases at work. I'm tired of that. Yeah. That's what I think. I think taco. That's what I think. If you're on the social medias, look up what they say about taco.
Do you want to win? Who do you want to win the NBA Finals?
There you go.
I'm not that invested, but I guess I'll go with OKC.
Are they still in it?
Yeah.
Oh. I can't remember.
They the chance.
I'm not invested.
For the West.
Okay.
They're going to play whoever win out of the Pacers.
They're going to play the Pacers.
It's New York's the Pacers.
Do you think if you had another lifetime, you'd want the same parents? If I had, I don't get to do it. If I was starting over,
No.
do I really need parents?
What?
But yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Well. How many times a day do you curse? I could give you
How many
times a day I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe 2 hours a day I'm not cursing. I curse a lot.
Makes sense.
Not necessarily out loud, but in my brain I definitely do.
I usually.
It's usually a fucka.
Yeah.
Damn
That's
it.
my favorite word.
Ew.
Huh?
Ew, that's fucking stupid. All kinds of things pop up in my head.
I mean, would that answer be like out loud or in your head?
I answered it how I wanted to answer.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, next, your question.
Do you like phone sex? Used to. Like regular. Too old for that shit. I mean,
I like regular.
I mean, that's what I mean by that is I'm too old for this shit. Like, where, like, you know, I mean, you could FaceTime some shit or something, can send you a video or whatever it may be or whatever. So I don't consider what phone sex may be, because back in the day was phone sex just a girl boning on the other side of the phone and shit. But now y'all can FaceTime each other, they send videos and all that.
You
shit.
like regular?
I just like regular sex. I like the touch of the skins and the motion of the oceans and.
Well, some people
all
can't
that.
do that. Some people are deployed. Some people are against all that.
Well, okay.
It was
yeah.
it was just yes or no. And
No.
He won't the regular.
I want the regular.
All right.
Start over at 18, knowing everything you know now. What would you do differently at 18?
It's the for me.
Start over at 18.
Phone sex.
I was spend less and save more. That's it. Yeah, and y'all, and love more. Probably not. Yeah, just save more, spend less. Yeah.
Love your money more.
Good answer to me.
Probably not. That was hilarious. All right. Oh, these are putting parents on blast. What'd your parents do well? What would you change? I think my parents did a damn good job because there's no manual. And yeah, I mean, all their kids are thriving in their own way. And one thing they did well is even, growing up, you hate your parents sometimes, or you think they're the worst or whatever. Like, as adults, all of me and my siblings, like, respect the fuck out of my parents. Like, would die over them. Like, and we don't play about our parents at all. I think that they handled their relationship together pretty well, going through, like, relationship, real life shit. And watching them today is great. What I would change is, I just don't understand why the oldest one has to be the strictest. I feel like the oldest one, you're learning, so you should be more lenient. I feel like it was opposite, It should have got stricter later after the oldest, but who knows? I'm not a parent, so. But that's what, if I had to pick something, that's what I would change.
Excuse me, sorry. What's your best scar or birthmark story? Oh, okay. I can go into this on this one. My best scar that I always remember, I was taking trash out when I was probably about 6, 7, 8, something. There was broken glass in the trash or whatever. And I went to take it to the curb and it slashed like my leg. Or bad, pretty bad. And I had to go, my parents tried to butterfly it and all that stuff, but whatever. And
Doctor, no, I'm just kidding.
right. Anyway, so they bandaged it up or whatever, but I got invited to go to Splash Town, whatever it was, a water park, and they said, don't get in the water, you can't get in the water on that stuff. Now, that being said, I've had other scars besides that, but I remember waking up in the bathtub at the hospital, and I said, what happened to my scar? And they're like, you don't, what scar? And I said, I had this big gash in my leg. And they were like, what gash? And they kept questioning what gash. And anyways, so they said, yeah, that's not our concern right now. That's what that was.
You had a leg Facelift.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
What's your favorite movie at the moment? Country Wayne.
What's that about?
I thought you said it was a show.
What?
I thought it was a show.
It's all the same.
Oh, okay. What feeling do you most wish the English language had a word for, but it doesn't?
That's
Describe the last time you felt that way. I don't even know how to.
you're the English major.
What? What the question was?
Oh, I thought you said what because I was not an English
No.
major. I just handle my business with English and grammar. What feeling do you most wish the English language had a word for, but it doesn't? Describe the last time you felt that way. Okay, here's the word that I wish it had, and I'm going to describe it. All right, I'm done. There's no word. I mean, I can't come up with a word. I speak English.
But it's not asking for a word, it's asking for a
A
feeling.
description?
No, it's asking for a feeling. A word. It's a feeling that you feel that a word can't describe.
Okay,
And when
one
was
word.
the last time you had that feeling?
Okay, fine.
So
All right.
basically it's asking about the feeling.
Okay, so the feeling of not giving a fuck should have a word. Like that. There's like a feeling that you feel when you're just like, you know what? I don't give a fuck anymore. And there's not a word for it. That's a group of words, so that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And the last time I felt it was probably like the last time, or like I felt it a few times. Maybe like a month ago. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just the feeling like you can breathe.
Yeah.
So the NGF.
There's no word for it.
Who holds all your secrets? The girl.
I don't think so.
Yeah, or well, God.
You should know.
I mean, well, yeah.
It's a problem if you ain't know. They're your secrets. If somebody holding them, they're not secrets. That's a trick question. Where is somewhere you want to do the nasty that you haven't? Well, first of all,
Harper, first of all.
nothing I do is nasty.
Oh.
But,
Lord.
so, everything I do is either it's clean and pleasant,
So you take.
quite enjoyable.
Oh my God! Well, I guess he's talking to the. It could have been a poo poo. Nothing I do is nasty. Clean, pleasant. That should be an ad too.
Brought to you by.
I mean, I never had a place where I wanted to just do it. It just if they go down, they go down. It's just like, let's go to this special destination to do it. You know, just,
I thought you said desk. It's like not at the schoolhouse.
because it might happen before you make it to the destination. So you get to the destination and just sleep. Because what happened on the way to the destination.
Oh,
But yeah. I don't play those games.
Okay. You have $5,000 to spend on someone you love. What would you do with the money? I'm using it going to Hawaii. You're welcome, Harper and Mom and Dad. That's literally what I'm doing. If I had a choice, I would have spent that and took everybody to the Bahamas. Well, at least I don't know. Invest in them. Save it for them or something. Go ahead.
My pet peeve is moving my stuff. I just don't like people touching my stuff. I don't mind it, but put it back. Like if I say, yeah, you can do this, but put it back where it needs to be.
Would you rather lose your sight or your memories? I'd rather lose the memories.
Because you can make more memories on your site.
If you had to choose one juice to drink the rest of your life, what would it be? I'm not a big juice person. Does lemonade count as a juice?
Yeah, that's what I know.
Lemonade.
That's San Pellegrino's.
That is high-end sparkling water with a splash of juice. Now it's gonna be off the shelves. You can't even bring me that no more.
9% juice.
9%. Yeah, 9%.
The orange one and the yellow one, y'all. That's the ones he's talking about. Buy those.
Right.
Yeah, leave the purple can and the red.
Yeah.
Those alone.
Those are fucking terrible.
Leave them alone. They're horrible. I think they contain plastics, mini plastics.
Lots of red dye.
And red, yeah. Anyways. What app do you use the most? I think I answered this before.
Who cares? Answer it.
Yeah, what app do I use the most? Unfortunately, I just social media ones. I guess I scroll.
Apps aren't just social media.
Yeah. Other than that, I play Monopoly like on my phone.
Okay, that's the app.
Yeah.
Old people don't even know what apps are. Crazy.
Everything on the phone is a
And that's my point. That's what I'm saying.
You ain't got no apps on the phone. You ain't using the phone.
Rotary.
Favorite quote at the moment. Favorite quote at the moment is, even if a fish can't climb a tree, it's still a fish. I got that on my refrigerator, been there for years. Albert Einstein, that's the Albert Einstein quote.
What's something you have serious OCD about? I like things to be organized. I don't know if I'm OCD about it, but I'd like shit to be organized. And I hyperfixate. Like if there's something that's bothering me, I'll hyperfixate on that area for a minute.
When's the last time you cried? Probably 2 weeks ago. Not really. Just my thought process is weird, so I was like, there's things that's going on that I just like. I was like, just messed up about, and it wasn't really crying, but like, what the, for no reason, like, what is going on? And then I had to reestablish myself.
Oh, it just asked when you cried.
Huh?
It just asked when you cried. Did you cry or not? What, did
No,
tears fall? Or?
I mean,
Oh, okay.
Have you ever been jealous of another person? Probably in my infant stages of life. I think that's something that babies don't have control over and shit, but
Infant?
yeah. Babies,
What's infant? Like,
kids,
okay.
as a kid, child,
Oh,
adolescence.
okay.
I don't, as an adult, I don't think I've been jealous, but I think all kids deal with that shit, jealousy. They want the toy, get mad because they can't get it, or whatever.
I don't know that emotion.
It's a waste of time.
What are you most excited about right now? The plane landing safely. That's it. I'm just throwing it into the universe.
So too.
That's what I'm most excited about. And these chili cheese dogs we're about to eat. So be hungry.
who was your first kiss? I can remember the worst one.
No, that wasn't the question.
No,
Who was
who
your
was the first?
kiss? Everybody's first kiss is their mom. Like,
Well, I was gonna say, like, I mean,
I think.
the girl slobbered all over my face because we played spin the bottle and the teacher went to go pool or something.
Well, apparently it was both of y'all's first kiss.
Like,
Your
she just
turn.
threw her glasses in my face.
Do you have any summer plans? Yeah, stack that paper. That's it.
That's a good plan.
Make that bread. Help as many people as I can.
All right, last round. What's the weirdest thing you dealt with this year? Weirdos. Weirdos. We're like in a really big cult that I didn't sign up for. Usually, cults are secretive and you're like, hey, what happened to them? I think we're all signed into a weird cult. The rest of us used to watch these documentaries and go, oh, I would never. And now we have no choice. That's the weirdest thing. Yeah. Okay.
If you could only dress in one color for the rest of your life, which color
What would it be?
Black.
What?
Yeah,
How could that be?
I don't know.
How could that be? Doesn't make sense. Oh, his favorite color was blue.
Do you believe the earth is round or flat? You know,
Ask Katy Perry.
She's an astronaut.
I was raised to believe if you entertain a fool in their folly, you make yourself just as foolish as them. So I don't know who wrote the books and took the pictures and proved that the earth was round for so many years to just all of a sudden somebody says flat and it's a deal. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? It's round. Everybody named Mama was taught that it was round. Why would you debate that? Just to debate. Just to hear yourself speak. I don't know. To me, it's round.
And Pluto's a planet.
That too.
Yeah, man, they got rid of they talk this shit on Pluto. Pissed me off. It's X99905XY.
Ask Christopher Columbus if it's flat.
Turn around really quick. Cognac. I'm gonna picture your shirt really quick.
Oh,
Okay, thank you.
Wasn't his explorations
was it
based off of trying to prove if the world was flat or round? Christopher Columbus.
What?
Yeah.
History books. Nobody liked that motherfucker over there, so he came over here and slaughtered people and pretended, look at me, look what I discovered. That's what happened.
He was trying to prove that it was flat.
Then why he stopped? Why he didn't go off the cliff? Why he stopped at America where people were?
Because his boat got stuck in
Uh-huh.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
I think he drove through and initiated the Panama Canal, and then he
That's the
circled back.
American Canal. The American
The
Canal.
American Canal, whatever. Alright. Cool. But you know, it didn't make sense because of the gravitational pull. Why wouldn't the water just fall out from underneath it? So it's like a bowl, right? That's what they say.
See, people just wanted to hear themselves speak.
Yeah. You would have been Christopher Columbus back then. Good God.
Then we're gonna get into our third segment of the evening, where we tell you 3,000 things about us using that magnificent book titled 3,000 Questions About Me. Me being Tequila, him being Cognac, she being a girl. This evening's on Cognac. He shall randomly select a question and we will answer it.
What do you, 1478. Got it? Alright, what do you wait for discount sales to buy?
Everything.
That's the question. That's randomly picked.
You know what I'm saying? Everything.
Right.
Everything.
I wait for discount sales in the outlets.
You know.
Yeah. Everything. That's what I'm saying.
Jaden's, not Jordan's.
Water bills.
Right.
I'm waiting for courteous sales.
Courteous,
now.
yeah.
We call them courteous instead of discount. You?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm with you. Electricity bills.
No, you wait for electronics.
No.
Yeah, you're the one who tells everybody buy them in February.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I know I am.
Yeah, you're right about that. You
sound
are.
like Harper. You know what, Auntie, you're right. Ugh.
Yeah. You have to buy enough of like the electronic show and buy the last year's bottle. They ain't change anything.
Exactly. Anywho, thank you guys for listening. The bowl is a continuous thing that we do. It's still full and we just keep adding it. And you guys should do it at home and think of us when you do it. We'll be back next week. And what's happening next week before we record? I don't know. Is there a holiday?
Father's Day.
Well, that's in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
But anyhow, we love you. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. And we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Lady, you ain't got no lawn. You are such.
That's it for this week's episode of Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Follow us on all the social medias. Leave your comments and reviews. Until next week, keep safe and keep your squad close. Thanks for hanging out.